Alright, so in today's video I'm going to show you how easy it is to actually generate a month's worth of SEO content using nothing but AI. And the tool in this case that you're going to be using is called Outrank, which I'll leave a link in the description down below for you to actually give it a try. Now, as for how it works, it's pretty simple, right? So all you have to do is literally just paste in your prospect's website URL over here, and it will basically learn everything there is to learn about your brand, product or service it is actually provide, and you're gonna get the gist of it all. Right now, for this one I'm gonna be using Guru Apps as an example. Now, for context, for those who don't know what Guru App is, it's an e-commerce brand that sells eco-friendly, if not flushable wipes, if you get what I mean. Now, if you were active on Instagram within the past week, you will notice that they were actually going heavy on their Coachella campaign, and I'll probably just pop everything up over here to basically give you a preview or understanding of what this brand is actually all about. Now, with that into account, let's dive into it. So like I said, I'm going to copy and then literally just paste the website URL over here, autocomplete, and what the AI model is currently doing is that it's basically trying to learn everything there is to learn about the brand, what products they actually sell, and what they actually stand for as a brand, and also in this case, as you can see, their target audience, which is something that most SEO content generation tools don't really focus on. They just focus on products, brand description, and what your brand is actually about, and basically neglecting the target audience, which is something I actually love about this. In this case, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to save the search, and as you can see, it's already giving us a list of competitors that we can actually generate content around. Right now, the purpose of you having to basically paste in your competitors is for it to basically generate an entire competitor analysis and content strategy around what your competitors are already posting in terms of their SEO content, such as blog posts, articles, and all those additional stuff like that. Right, you can literally see that it actually just helps you basically identify certain gaps within yours and your competitors' content to basically then generate you new content in order to actually outrank them, if you kind of get what I mean by that. Right now, typically I don't really like any of these recommendations, because you can see literally Costco. How is Costco a competitor of mine? So typically what I like to do is generally I prefer removing every single last one of these competitors, and then I head over to a tool like Ocean, which I'll leave a link in the description down below to actually give it a try. Right, so the purpose of this tool is to basically help you find lookalike prospects, but for the purpose of today's video I'm going to be using it as a sense of finding competitors. Right, in this case, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to paste in Goop's website URL link, and like I said, its purpose is to find lookalike prospects, but for today's video we're finding competitors. And as you can see, the first one over here we have Durwabs. Now, to be honest, Durwabs wasn't even on my conscious in terms of competitor, but it actually is. Right, so I'm gonna do that. While it's actually still loading, I'm gonna just select a few other competitors of this. I don't know what that brand is, but their logo is kind of eye appealing, and that's somewhat how I basically pre-qualify leads without landing on a page, is that I kind of look at what is this, the brand name, and also the company logo. Like, more about this in a future upcoming video where I'm gonna show you how you can find lookalike prospects, but in this case, like I said, it's all about finding competitors. As you can see, this is, what is this brand called? Good Wipe. And as you can see, like, it's a brand that the packaging is alright, if you ask me. Right, so in this case, what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna copy and paste each individual competitor of ours website URL link over here. I'm gonna go with, what is this, Get Biome, and as you can see, basing it on the home page itself, you can literally say that, okay, these guys are putting a bit of a punch. I'm gonna paste that in, save, and what is this brand called? I don't know how to even pronounce that, but as you can see, basing it on the home page, they are pre-qualified lead in my book, or shall I say a valuable competitor of Good Wipes. And finally we have Good Wipes. Now, basically every single American knows this brand. I'm not based in the US, but I also know this brand. Right, so let's head over back, paste that in, save, and I'm generally just gonna close every single last one of these tabs, right? I'm gonna head over to that, boom. And in this case, what we're gonna do is that I'm gonna save the competitors, and this is where the integration process of it all comes into place. Now it's not really a necessity, but it's kind of recommended for you to basically integrate your Google search consoles, because as you can see, for connecting it basically helps the AI avoiding to basically generate keywords that you're already ranking for, right? And also helps you basically identify certain gaps within your own content where competitors are already generating content but you aren't really generating content, if you know what I mean. But in this case, I'm going to skip that. And in terms of blog information, these kind of things are kind of irrelevant in terms of basically training the AI model how to write like your existing copyright and stuff like that. All you literally have to do is just paste in your sitemap, and it's basically going to scrape all of those information. But if you want to, you can literally paste some article examples that you wanted to basically copy the entire style. In this case, I'm generally gonna save this entire blog information. I'm not gonna click on skip later, and over here is where the personalization of it all actually comes into place. Now typically, obviously, you're gonna go with English language. I kind of love sticking to informative, but you can literally go with any one of these. And for internal link, like I kind of like remaining at 3 internal links for my articles, but in this case I'm generally just gonna go with 5. And as you can see, this AI model can actually insert YouTube videos within your content, but I generally just don't like this feature. But I kind of like the integrated CTAs. As for the image generated, I like it being realistic. I don't like any of these anime kind of like animations within my content. And this is the thing that I actually love about it, is that it actually localizes the searches, or shall I say articles, that it actually generates you. So in this case, obviously we're targeting the US based audience, but as you can see, you can select from the UK, Canada, Australia, like, and so on, right? So in this case, I'm going to click on next step, and this is where the integration comes into place. So it kind of eliminates the need of having to manually copy and paste the website URL link. I mean, the articles on your page, you can literally integrate it, but for this purpose I'm gonna skip and I'm gonna create it later, and boom, that we have it. So right now what Outrank is currently doing is that it's basically generating all of those keywords that you can actually generate content around. Alright, so it's actually done generating those articles, or shall I say keywords, at the back end. You can literally see, but before I actually exit this page, you can literally see that the first keywords it's actually recommending us is "are flushable wipes really flushable?" right? And if I were to actually click here, it will automatically generate that. But in this case, I just want to show you how you can actually generate it on the actual content calendar itself, right? And as you can see, for the entire remaining days of April, we have these following keywords: are flushable wipes really flushable? Flushable wipes for sensitive skin, unscented. You kind of get the gist of it all. It's all about flushable wipes, right? And the cool thing that I actually appreciate about this is that it not only shows you the keyword it is that is going to generate content around, but also the search volume and difficulty score of that specific keyword, right? Now the downfall of this all is that it can't generate you all of those 30 days of worth of content at once. It kind of generates you day by day. So in a sense, let's say you kind of want to generate what is this, let's say you want to generate okay, so oh my god, body wipes after gym. Okay, yeah, let's say non-toxic cleaning products. Okay, so let's say you want to generate content around this, but this one is actually is going to go live on the 10th, whilst you want to generate it today. So one thing you can actually do is that you can literally click and drag that entire keyword to here, right? So in this case, it did not move. Why did it not move? As you can see, it actually just moved, right? So it was firstly on the 10th, now it's on the 1st. So if we were to actually change it from 1st to 2nd, just to actually show you in real time, as you can see, it actually just changed. And that is how you can actually push that specific keyword from last place to basically generating it there and there. And in this case, what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna click on create and publish. So while we're still waiting for it to actually generate that article for us, I just want to show you guys another feature that they newly integrated within the user interface, right? And that is the ability to actually generate you backlinks automatically. And for that, I kind of had to go into a different account. As you can see for yourself, there's a literal difference in the content calendars between this one and the previous one. And for this project, I'm actually focused on a food and beverage restaurant like brand called Sweet Greens, for those who are actually familiar with it. And as you can see, the different keywords actually resemble that brand as a whole, right? So in this case, I'm gonna head over to the backlinks section of it all, and to access it, just click on this tab over here. And this is the newly integrated backlink exchange process of it all, right? And as you can see, it actually gives you your overall domain rating using Ahrefs integrated feature. And it's kind of crazy that this aspect is somewhat free for certain users, right? And as you can see, this is the amount of backlinks that it has already generated for us automatically. The first one was on the 15th of April. The third one, or shall I say second one, was on the 18th, right? And if we were to actually click on this, it's going to send us to the specific blog page where we're getting the backlink from. And as you can see, within the actual article itself, we have the sweet green backlink, right? As you can see, if I click here, it's automatically gonna send us to the catering section of Sweet Green. Just to give you a glimpse of the article quality before actually jumping into Good Vibes project example, let me go and show you another example of the articles that actually generated for February 15, right? And as you can see, these are some of the articles that we have already generated for us. And as you can see, it's a lot. Now, one thing I actually wanna highlight is how it actually makes use of the keyword that it actually recommends within the actual blog title, right? As you can see, the keyword in this case, vitamin D post-partum, right? Which in this case, vitamin D post-partum, the complete guide every new mother needs, electrolytes while pregnant, essential guides why you need electrolytes while pregnant and how to get them. As you can see, it makes use of the keywords within the actual title itself. And in this case, let's actually just jump into one of the actual articles just to give you a glimpse of the article quality that this tool actually generates you. Is freaking insane, right? And as you can see, the sub headline, understand your body's a new vitamin D reality, right? The weeks and months after having a baby brings major changes to your body, including a shift in vitamin D needs. Many new mothers don't realize how their vitamin D levels change after pregnancy, yet maintaining healthy levels, blah 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 blah. As you can see, the first paragraph or introduction of the article itself is basically readable to the T, right? As you can see, why your vitamin D levels drop after pregnancy, the shortcoming of standard peptide vitamins, and it basically addresses any issues or questions customers might actually have about the specific issue that they may be facing, right? And one thing I actually want to highlight is the fact that it not only generates you the articles, but also the meta description and finally the slug of the actual article itself, right? Now, as you can see, are AI generated images, which is why previously I highlighted that I don't like generating animated images because it kind of removes, or shall I say, decreases overall blog, shall I say, it reduces the overall site conversion because people aren't really gonna take that serious because, oh, it's anime, it's probably AI generated, right? And as you can see, this is where the integration of it recommending your readers YouTube videos that they can actually go on and basically read. As you can see, I'm playing it right now, and hopefully,
hey parents, our babies depend on us to meet their nutritional needs during pregnancy and while breastfeeding,
right? And that's kind of crazy, the fact that it's able to basically go through YouTube's algorithm to basically then integrate video that basically complements your articles is kind of insane. Like, this is generally, from my perspective, insane. Now it also has the ability to basically take homepage screenshots of competitors, homepage screenshots whenever it's actually mentioning competitors within the article, just to give your readers an understanding of what it is that they're actually looking for. And yeah, that is generally it. If you're interested in trying out Outrank for yourself, I'll make sure to link it in the description down below. Until then, peace out.